this West Virginia fan is tired of Mike Gundy being disrespected. Let's talk about it. What is up, college sports fans, fellow members of Mountaineer Nation? This is Couz, and I'm coming to you once again with another episode of Couz's Corner, where I'm serving up college football and, yes, some college basketball content to you several times a week. If that's the kind of content you like and you haven't yet, please hit that red subscribe button. If you like this here video, give me that thumbs up button, please. Share this with all your college sports loving friends. Let's get on with the show. So how is Mike Gundy being disrespected? Well, number one, I never hear his name brought up when everybody, the talking heads in the media, talk about all the top coaches out there. You never hear his name brought up. At least I don't, not very often. And then a couple weeks ago, 24/7 Sports, who I like, by the way, get a lot of my content from my videos from them, put out a lot of good stuff. But they put out a list of the top 15 coaches going into the 2022 college football season. And they left Mike Gundy off of that list. And I couldn't believe it. I thought, how in the world can you leave this guy off the list? So I'm going to go through this list, and I'm going to read off the 15 names that are on this list. Give you a snapshot of the resume, then I'm going to give you a snapshot of Mike Gundy's resume, and let you tell me what you think. Do you think he should be on this list? I'm going to tell you who I think he should replace on this list, and why. Number 15 on the list, Kirk Ferentz from Iowa. Kirk Ferentz has been in Iowa for 23 years. Has an overall record of 178 and 110, which is a .618 win percentage. Has won 2 conference titles in the Big Ten, but the last one was in 2004. So he has not won a conference title in 17 years. Number 14 on the list, Matt Campbell from Iowa State. Matt Campbell is at Iowa State. Obviously now he also spent some time coaching at Toledo. His overall record is 77 and 49, a .611 win percentage, no conference titles. But he did resurrect a dead Iowa State program that was basically in the gutter for decades or for years. Number 13 on the list, James Franklin from Penn State. Franklin also served as head coach at Vanderbilt for a while. His overall record is 67 and 34, .663 win percentage. Did win a Big 12 title in 2016. Number 12 on the list, Mark Stoops from Kentucky. Mark Stoops has an overall record of 59 and 53, which is a .527 win percentage, no conference titles, no CFP appearances, anything like that, but he has put the Kentucky football program on the map and has got them competing in the very tough SEC and actually, has them in the top half of the SEC East. Number 11, Kyle Whittingham from Utah. Kyle Whittingham has compiled a 144 and 70 record, which is a .673 win percentage. Has won 2 conference titles, one in the Mountain West Conference in 2008, and just most recently won the Pac-12 title in 2021 and made an appearance in the Rose Bowl. Number 10, Dave Aranda from Baylor. This is Dave Aranda's first head coaching stint. Has compiled a record in 2 seasons of 14 and 9, which is .608 percentage. Did win the Big 12 in 2021. And did defeat Mike Gundy's Oklahoma State Cowboys in that Big 12 title game. Number 9, Luke Fickell. Luke Fickell at Cincinnati has compiled a 54 and 22 record as a coach. Has a .711 win percentage. Has won 2 American Conference titles. And did just this past year appear in the CFP for the first group of 5 team to do so. Number 8, Ryan Day. Ryan Day is 34 and 4 as head coach at Ohio State in 3 seasons, a .894 win percentage. Has won 2 Big Ten titles in that 3-year stint. Number 7, Brian Kelly. Brian Kelly is now the coach at LSU. Has most recently served as head coach at Notre Dame for several years. Before that was at Cincinnati. Before that was at Central Michigan. And before that was at Division II Grand Valley State. In his career, Brian Kelly has compiled a record of 263, 96, and 2, which is a .729 win percentage. Has no conference titles, but there's an asterisk beside that because he spent most of his career at Notre Dame, who don't play in a conference. He has appeared in the CFP twice with Notre Dame and did make it to 1 national championship game as well. Number 6 on the list, Jim Harbaugh. Jim Harbaugh is now the coach at Michigan, has also coached at Stanford, has compiled a record of 117-45, which is a .722 win percentage, and did win the Big Ten title in 2021 and appeared in the CFP. Number 5, Jimbo Fisher. Jimbo, as we all know, is at Texas A&M right now. Also spent some time as the head coach at Florida State, where he won 3 ACC titles and a national championship in 2014. His overall record is 117-37, which is a .760 win percentage. Number 4, Lincoln Riley. Lincoln Riley, in his tenure at Oklahoma, finished with a record of 55-10, a .846 win percentage, won 4 conference titles from 2017 through 2020, and has appeared in the CFP multiple times. Number 3, Dabo Swinney from Clemson. Dabo has compiled a record of 150-36, .806 win percentage, has won 7 ACC titles, 2 national championships in 2016 and 2018. Number 2, Kirby Smart from Georgia. Kirby has compiled a record of 66-15, which is .815 win percentage, won the SEC title in 2017, and we all know most recently won the national title in 2021 for the 2021 season. And number 1, the GOAT, Nick Saban. Nick Saban, obviously, he's at Alabama. Before that was at LSU, at Michigan State, and also coached at Toledo for a while, and even spent a couple years coaching the Miami Dolphins in the NFL. But his collegiate career, he has compiled a record of 269, 67-1, which is a .798 win percentage. Has won 10 conference titles, all in the SEC, and 7 national championships, the one with LSU in 2003, the other 6 with Alabama. So, of all those coaches on the list, like I said earlier, Mike Gundy wasn't listed. But I'm going to make the case for Gundy to be on it, and here's how. Mike Gundy's overall record since becoming head coach at Oklahoma State in 2005, 149-69. It's a .683 win percentage, which is higher than 6 of the coaches I listed that are already on this list. 6 of them. Now you might say, well, yeah, but Couz, he's never won a conference championship or a national championship. I understand that. There are some coaches on this list who haven't either. Matt Campbell, for example. Matt Campbell's never won a conference title. He was 14th on this list. And his win percentage is only .611. Is what Mike Gundy done at Oklahoma State not more impressive than what Matt Campbell has done at Iowa State? So I would put him on this list ahead of Matt Campbell. And there's one other name I would put him ahead of on this list. And this one might be a little controversial, and that's Dave Aranda. Now, I understand Dave Aranda beat Mike Gundy head-to-head in the Big 12 title game. I get it, but it's one game, guys. And Dave Aranda's been a head coach for 2 years. How can you put Dave Aranda on this list ahead of Mike Gundy when Mike Gundy's been doing it for over 15 years? And something else another reason I would argue Mike Gundy should be on the list. 247 Sports themselves just put out a list a day or two ago from the time I'm shooting this video. The top 25 winningest football programs in the last decade. Oklahoma State was number 10 on that list. Mike Gundy's been the coach at Oklahoma State that entire time. Last 10 years, he's 90-39 at Oklahoma State with a .698 win percentage, even slightly better than his career. So he's the 10th winningest coach in the past decade, as far as from a program perspective. But yet he's not good enough to make it as a top 15 coach going into 2022. I don't understand it. I know this list doesn't make a hill of beans to Mike Gundy. Doesn't affect him one iota. But as football fans, I think we like these kind of lists. We like to talk about them, and I felt like he got shafted. I really do. Mike Gundy got the shaft by being left off this list. He should have been ahead of Matt Campbell. Should have been on there ahead of Dave Aranda. And honestly, I think he should have been ahead of Mark Stoops. The one guy I would probably replace him with on this list, I would probably take Matt Campbell off the list because Matt Campbell has not won a conference title or anything. At least Dave Aranda did win a conference championship, so that to me would put him on the list. But I would not put Matt Campbell on this list. Iowa State underachieved in 2021. They were expected to compete for a Big 12 title and went into the season ranked in the preseason top 10. And what, they win 7 games? So how can you put Matt Campbell on the list ahead of Mike Gundy when Mike Gundy's team played in a New Year's Day bowl game. And not only did they play in it, they won it. They won it. They played the New Year's Six bowl game and won the game. So there you have it, folks. There's my reasons that Mike Gundy is disrespected and should have more respect put on his name as one of the top coaches in college football. Let me know what you think about my list. Do you think Gundy should be on that list? Do you think, and what coach do you think he should replace on the list? I'd like to hear your comments. Also, please subscribe if you haven't yet. Please give me the thumbs up if you like this video. Please share it out to other people who might like it. Please support me financially by clicking either the Fanatics link, the Amazon link in the description box. Look, we all do Amazon shopping. You can use that link in my description box. Do your Amazon shopping. I'll get a small commission. You still get what you need. It doesn't cost you any extra to do it. And by the way, whatever product that link takes you to, you don't have to buy that product. All that does is get you into the website. I just had to pick a link. So that link gets you into the Amazon site. Buy whatever you want from the site. I get a small commission. You get the product you need. Pay the same price you would have anyway. We both come out a winner. I really appreciate your support. Thank you for watching this video, and until next time, Q Country Roads.